Hey everyone, Marc Luber here. Are you a great writer? Would you love to have a law job that revolves around your writing skills as well as doing research and getting to think creatively? That's what we're looking at today on JD Careers Out There, so stick around. Alright, as you may already know, at JDCOT we explore career paths you could do with a law degree, both in and out of law. And we do that to help you find a career that fits you and help you excel. Today we're looking at careers in appellate law, and our guest is my friend Cindy Tobisman. She's an appellate lawyer in Los Angeles, where she's a partner at Greinis, Stein Richland, one of California's premier civil appellate boutiques. She's got a lot to tell us about being an appellate lawyer, so let's meet Cindy. Cindy, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here. So Cindy, I'm going to be asking you to tell us all about a typical day and who fits this path best, how to break in, and how to excel. But first, can you give us your elevator pitch on what you do as an appellate lawyer?
Sure. Now, being an appellate lawyer is different than being just about any other kind of lawyer, because unlike every other kind of lawyer, you don't get out much. Pretty much you're arguing and writing appeals for the courts of appeal and the Supreme Court. So what that means is that you get the case after people have won or lost in the trial court, and you get a box of stuff, and you need to figure out what the case is about, and you put it all together, and at the end of that process, you're going to create a very long brief, and then you're going to argue the case in front of either the courts of appeal or the Supreme Court. So it's a very unusual type of lawyer. It's the sort of wonky, almost academic kind of lawyering that trial lawyers hate. This is the stuff that they rather not do, and it's the stuff that we love.
Awesome. I can't wait to hear more. We're going to dig more into that in just a little bit. First, tell us this, because I think it'll be really helpful for the audience to hear how and why you chose to become an appellate lawyer, and who amongst our viewers that are watching right now should consider following in your footsteps.
Well, the thing that I've noticed about appellate lawyers is they tend to be sort of the broken toys and odd ducks of the law world. They tend to be very creative. They don't mind taking a bunch of puzzle pieces and putting them together in new ways. They have very, very long attention spans. You have to have the ability to stick with a project, be a self-starter, because in many instances your deadlines are 30, 60, 90 days out, and you have to keep kind of plugging away and working on it. And so it's a very kind of autonomous solo existence in many ways. And then periodically there's this theatrical element where you show up in court and have to argue your case with a bunch of other, people who have studied this area of the law, have read your briefs, and have a kind of an intelligent conversation with the bench about it. So it's a job that on one hand requires people to be very sort of, internal and like to write and like to do research and like to put things together. And on the other hand, you have to also be able to get up and speak at the end of the day and be able to express these things that you've been squirreling away in your office writing this stuff endlessly. You have to, at the end of the day, actually find a way to communicate it. So it's an area of the law that's very good for people who love to write and who don't mind long stretches of research and putting things together and pulling them apart. It's a very intellectual practice. It's a lot less fly by the seat of the pants as trial law, and it's not the sort of methodical building process and puzzling that the transactional world has. So, for people who have the right skill set for it and the right interest for it, it's really a wonderful position.
It sounds great. And what brought you to it?
Well, I always knew that I loved to write, and I always knew that I liked the oral advocacy piece, but I didn't kind of like the day-to-day tussle of being a trial lawyer. And so I tried that first, and I enjoyed, there's kind of an adrenaline rush that goes with being a trial lawyer, and so it can be very satisfying in some ways.
Alright, if you're watching on YouTube, please give us the thumbs up if this was helpful. And whether you're podcasting or watching, please visit us at JDCOT.com, and you'll hear lots more there from Cindy on what it's really like to be an appellate lawyer, how you can break in, and how you can excel. If you're already at the site, make sure you join our membership, so that way you get access to the full interview with Cindy and lots more helpful video content, as well as all our transcripts you could read along while you watch. Thanks again for watching, everybody. I'm Marc Luber, and I'll see you soon.